Hello everyone, today it's time for a new video and we are continuing the retrofitting trend here with a new bulb. And this time we have a Circuline fluorescent bulb that we're going to put to the test. I kinda wanted to get this one because it's a very common bulb, especially around the area where I live. And I just wanted to test what it looks like to install a LED bulb inside of those Circuline fluorescent post-up lanterns that I have a lot of here. And I picked this Osram one. Unfortunately they only have them with 4000 Kelvin or 6500 Kelvin, which is not the type of bulb I would usually go with. But yeah, it is what it is. So right here, the Osram bulb, very simple packaging. Uses 24 watts. So you almost got safety half of the electricity, which is great. 30,000 hours, cool white as I said before. And very simple packaging. On the back we have some information here. T9 tube. And it tells you how to replace it. Some other information here as well. Comes with a starter. 3 years warranty like Osram usually does. A lot of warning labels here. Let's actually unbox the bulb here. So we have a little bit of a instruction booklet again. Just like with all of the other Osram, and some more warning booklets. Right here we have the actual bulb and a starter in there as well. This is what it looks like. It has some cooling on top. Right here we have the Osram. Some more information, just like a regular Circuline fluorescent. What also is kind of similar to the regular fluorescent is that you can actually twist the base here. Only problem is that there's just one side here getting lit and you can only barely switch the connection around. But yeah, it's a very plastic feeling bulb, but still not too bad. It's not as bad as say like a Celeb bulb or anything. And the bottom here actually kind of looks like glass. So let's actually take a look at what the bulb looks like whenever it's turned on. I don't think the shouldn't switch it around too much. It's not very stable like this, but let's turn it on. I had to do it a little bit differently since that clearly didn't work, but now it does. And yeah, this is what the bulb looks like whenever it's turned on. You can kind of see the LEDs, but it's still masked quite nicely. Like you don't, for example, have the LEDs being very visible like with this bulb here. But still you can kind of tell it's LED, which I don't really like as much. I think the PL retrofits do a better job of masking the LEDs. But I do actually want to put this bulb to a greater test. So right here we have a Circuline fluorescent post-up lantern, the one I was talking about earlier. And I think it's time to install the retrofit in here to see what it actually looks like in an enclosed lantern. So let's remove the Circuline bulb itself. And the problem that I was talking about earlier is that this bulb doesn't really work in this lantern because you can't really switch out the pins right here, so it would have to work upside down, which clearly doesn't work. So that's why I decided to install a connection block over those pins so we can actually install it the right way. Let's do a quick retrofitting job here. Not that I thought this bulb actually works on the electronics here, because this is actually a dimmable lantern and this bulb isn't dimmable, if I'm correct. Alright, this should do the job. Let's turn the bulb itself on. Well, not as much light reflecting towards the top as the old one, which is, I think, a bit of an improvement. Let's actually install the lid. And it doesn't look that bad. Still nothing compared to the vibe of the original Circuline Fluorecent. I think I'm also a bit biased considering it's a 4000 Kelvin bulb, which usually these run just warm white Circuline fluorescents. But it definitely doesn't look that bad. Yeah, I mean, it's decent. I'm probably going to install one of those outside on the streets just to see what it actually looks like, especially compared to ones that just run fluorescent. Once I find one that has actually warm white LEDs, I will likely order it and compare it again, since I expect that to look a lot better, but still doesn't look bad. And I really wish the council would just invest in these Osram Circuline LED fluorescents. Even if it's cold white, it still looks better inside this lantern than having a new LED lantern, I guess. Thanks a lot for watching. Please let me know what you think about this bulb in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.